Far Verona folder. Here we go. Sounds like Dogs in the Vineyard talk. Yeah, I mean, yes, totally. All right. So we're gonna need, and I'll make these just blank for now. Okay, so I need a high church. Can I write in here? Or do you wanna? Oh, because it's still white. I was writing in there. Good stuff, Adam. All right. So what do we need? We need a high church officiant. Someone that like they deal with, an official. We need a trilliant representative. I need a loyal serf leader. So like a mayor or something like that. I need a rebel rouser, right? Rebel rouser. And then I need the crux. A crux, like someone part of the party machine. So like diplomat or ambassador. Yeah, their guy, right? And yeah, this mission ties in the church. It ties in the Amira, because I think in this case we can make her we can put her in charge of the diplomatic stuff. Like she's there to talk, and her friends are there to inquisit. Yeah. That's good. That's really cool. Okay. All right. Yeah, the High Church has a popular movement on Berkman too. I know. I'm aware. That's why they're here. Okay. So let's copy these over. NPCs. A High Church. Let's give this person a title here. So the High Church. Yeah, here we go. Scholars, bureaucrat, and functionary. Maybe just a priest. I think she's just a priest. She's not responsible for we're not going to meet with the whole planet, right? Head of the Pastoria for an entire planet. But yeah, the main priest of this settlement. Are there any? Do we have cities? Any cities listed on Berkman yet? No. Okay. I need a good semi-religious sounding space Utah. A high church priest responsible for the settlement in question. It's got to have like a religious sounding name, right? Like, I was to say Prudence, but we have one of those. Like, yeah. I mean, Saint something. I mean, we could call it Zion. Antioch. Bethlehem. Yeah, these are all good. Mount Olive. I like Antioch. Antioch's pretty good. New Antioch makes it sound sci-fi. Berkman 3. Let's call it New Antioch. New Antioch settlement. Perfect. Got it. Okay. All right. So the high priest, a high church priest, and her name. What's her name gonna be? I need a name generator here. Let's see. Name generator. I love this name generator because I can generate like any random name with a random first and last name, which is really good. Oh, Michaela Sinclair. There you go. And would she be like Mother Sinclair? Mother Michaela? Father Like, how do the priests of the high church, how do you address them? Like, she's a priest, but like a Catholic priest is father. Would she be Mother Sinclair? Like elder, yeah, Elder Sinclair. Eldest. I'll go with elder on this planet. We'll go with that. Okay, Elder Michaela Sinclair, a high church priest responsible for the flock in New Antioch. I like how we're going from like Blade Runner to like different, more triad-y Blade Runner to Ghost episode of Star Trek to space western. It's pretty all over the place. I want to avoid making it Firefly, so not everybody's going to be like, you know, it's like religious Firefly. It's like if Firefly was made for like a Mormon audience. Yeah. Well, Elder feels more like Latter-day Saints-y, so yeah. Ooh, Reverend Elder, that's pretty good. Cool, thanks, Mads. That's a good one. Okay, responsible for the flock. We need a trilliant, some kind of sleazy trilliant dude. Someone who's extremely trill. Let's see, trilliant. What titles do you use, Trilliant Ring? Hot Diamond. Let's see here. Class and role structures. I love these logos. BTW. Okay, so they don't have like specific titles. Some of them are doctors. Some of them are like, as you can see, like designer or director. I think like director probably. Let me get into the organization. Yeah, organization of the Trilliant Ring. There's a separate. Yeah, here we go. Titles. Yeah, many choose a role and designate themselves. Formally, employee name, title, subdivision. Hey, here we go. Section chief. Ooh, I like section chief. That seems good. Director is mostly acre, yeah. So like, yeah, section chief. Some sparkly. Subdivision chief, division head. And they work for ops, right? It's an ops administrator. Bling master. Because the ops division keeps them running, and it did say that on Berkman they have like throughput facilities. So yeah, data analytics, supply chain. Yeah. Yeah, no, this person isn't in charge of making the floating church. This is nobody. This is different. Yeah, okay. Maybe it's like someone responsible for human resources too. I like it. And yeah, they have a much looser division, so I can make these up as I like. I think section chief is good. So Trilliant section chief in charge of human resources, and they need a name. So what's his name going to be? Let's see. Reed is a good name. Let's see here. Linus Reed. Ooh, that's a good one. Linus Reed. Okay, I'm going to copy these over into my other doc. So I have them there. Reverend Elder Michaela Sinclair, and we said the High Church is yellow. Trilliant rep. I mean, maybe human resources is an ironic title for this guy, right? Really, his job is to like wring out the populace for as much labor as he wants. He basically runs all of the fulfillment facilities here, and the reason he's involved is because the problem with this rabble rouser is that it's reducing his throughput. So yeah, Trilliant section chief in charge of human resources. Linus Reed. All right, Linus. And then I'm going to need a Crux friend. Please, please call me Linus. Linus is obviously like a cool cyborg, too. I'm going to make a note of that. I'm putting in my GM prep. Bracket, a cool cyborg. Okay. All right. And then we need the Crux, like, diplomat who's in charge of the party machine or, like, functions with the party machine. Oh, my God. Is this a... Jesus Christ. Can we talk about dystopian futures for a second? Look at this ad I'm getting. Sign up now. Metalhead dating. God help me. God help me. Oof. Y'all need Jesus. Okay, House Crux. And I need a, like, someone who's responsible for the planet's, like, he's not a warrior. He's like a duke or something, right? Like, yeah, like an emissar maybe. Let's take a look. Because he's just a member of the house nobility. I don't think that he's like... He's not a head executioner or a judge or whatever, so... Yeah. As opposed to the... Well, you don't execute the body. You gotta execute the head. So let's just make him a Herzog, I think. It's high enough that he'd be, like, significant. But not so high that he's, like, you know, like a very big deal within the house. Okay, so Herzog will do. Where am I going here? Drink. All right. Crux... Let's see. We don't have many Crux ladies. Let's make her a woman. Crux Helena, Crux Katica. Katica's a good name. Crux Elise. Ooh, Elise is good. Have I used Elise yet? I don't think so. Crux, something, and I need her house name. Vincel? From? Gennadiev? Kadir? Schreier? Bautista? I think he's Lang. Lang is good. Yeah, okay. There we go. Herzog Crux Lang Elise. A local... I guess she'd be a... I need to change her title. Because they do weirdly gendered titles. Herzogin. Like, I know that they're in German, and German uses gendered titles, but, like, the Empire doesn't, which is sort of funny on their part. Okay, Herzogin Crux Lang. A local functionary of House Crux and liaison to the crew. Oh, that's actually not a bad idea. Have her be Ramirez. Like Ramirez's aunt or something? Yeah, I like that. Okay. That's actually a good call. She's the aunt of the Ramirez who died on the crew. Yeah, I like that. That's a good call. There's more. There's other Crux women on the crew, and like again, like aunt. It's the captain is a woman and a Crux. We just haven't seen her yet. And I'm gonna put ant in like. There you go. So like they're related because they're both Ramirez's, but there are a lot of them. Okay. Cool. Yes, that's fair. We haven't seen them on screen yet. Captain's too busy being a badass to fuck around with the PCs. Also, I want the universe to feel small in the sense that there are billions and billions and billions and billions of serfs. But like it seems like all the nobles either know each other or related. That's very much by design. Yeah, totally. Cool. Okay. So there's our NPCs. Oh, I guess we need more. We need some peasants. So let me here. Also, I got to figure out a color for the trilliant block. So this one, but she's purple. Purple. There it is. Okay. What should we do? What color should these guys be? Because they're black and gold. So maybe like. Yeah, black with like a gold font. Yeah, and a gold outline. That seems to make sense. Okay, so we'll make it font yellow. Ugh, God, that's hard to look at. Fill with black. Yeah, there we go. And then I'll put a gold line around it. That looks pretty trill. There we go. Okay, excellent. And then, I don't know, here, let's make their... Let's see, do we have Comic Sans? There you go. That's for you, Trilliant. There you go. You can have that. It's the trillest of all the fonts. I can't even look at that. I can't look. I'm sorry. I had to change it back. All right. And then I need a couple of peons here. Let's make them brown. The color of the earth. Brown like the soil. Okay, there you go. Round browser and a loyal local. So we need a name for our loyal local. This is gonna be like the mayor or something. The mayor of this town. What did we decide to call it? New Antioch? The mayor of New Antioch. And they need a name. Let me see if I can find one. Aaron. Oh, Brigham. Brigham's such a fucking good name. I'm going to call them Brigham and then figure out what gender it is. Actually, Brigham's a good neutral name. This person's non-binary. Let's get a good last name for them. Their name is Brigham Afolayan. Afolayan. Yeah. Combine that Mormon-sounding first name and then African last name. Though I don't know which part of Africa that last name is from, but okay. All right. Brigham Afolayan. And then let's see. And we need a rabble-rouser. Some fiery rebel. Let me add Brigham to the list here. So Brigham. Ooh, okay. The mayor of New Antioch, Brigham Afolayan. And they're like loyal to the empire and a staunch supporter of Berkman's return to the fold. Okay. And then... So Afolayan might be Nigerian? Interesting. Okay, cool. Matthew, I'm not sure why you keep posting friends of Yakira. We're not looking at Yakia right now. This is Berkman, friend. Okay. And then I need a name for a rebel rouser. So let's find one. Generate a name. Ooh, Reeve is a good last name. Talat Reeve. Talat. Talat is so cool. It's Arabic, right? Talat. Yeah, Talat Reeve. That's a good one. A rabble rouser and member of the anarchist faction of Berkman. Do we? Oh yeah, we have a Reed and a Reeve, don't we? I should change his last name. That's a good point. That'll be confusing for people. Talat Lau. Okay, there we go. Excellent. And a Greaves. Yeah, Greaves, Reeves, and Reed. We're good. We'll move away. All right, so Talat Lau. And they are a rebel rouser. All right, cool. Talat Lau, a rebel leader. Okay, cool. So these two are connected. And these two are connected. And these three are connected to each other like this. And I think maybe, why can't I here, grab all this shit and move it out of the way? I think maybe we're going to do this. Yeah. I think like that. I think this is how we're going to do it. So I think these two have some kind of connection, right? Where I think of her as this like, oh, I really care about the people. And maybe she wants to convert her. Obviously, Linus is like, no, just go out there and assassinate this fucker. But they like, yeah, she wants to like save her. Yeah, awesome. Okay. I think that's cool. So yeah. It's not too complex yet, but obviously the players will add their own stuff to this. Yeah, it's not romantic. It's just compassion. It's just like, please, like you have to understand that your desperation to free your planet with violence, it's not going to work. Everyone's going to be killed and hurt and enslaved, and you don't want that. You don't understand. Like, I need you to do what's best for your people here. I want to get you in a room with Brigham and just talk this out, because Talat Lau wants to blow shit up. Linus is just like, no, fucking kill them. And if you don't do this, then we should just take over and we'll get rid of Brigham and appoint our own mayor. But Michaela's like, no, honey, no, I don't want that. And Crux, the Crux Herzog is like, yeah, but the law though. So lawful neutral, neutral good, chaotic neutral, or maybe chaotic good, lawful neutral, lawful evil. Done. Easy. Nice alignment conflict. So, ooh, I have another person I want to include here. We got to have the opposite. We got to have the devil on your shoulder. So this is gonna be, we're gonna make them red because of course. And this is a member of the UPC. This is someone who's pushing in the other direction, a violent revolutionary. So let's take a look and pick one of the billions and billions of UPC members. And actually, here, let me make them red and orange because that is what their faction's colors are. Kind of peachy. Ooh, that's beautiful. Like a tequila sunrise. Like my haircut. All right. So, Unified People's Collective. Wow. Wow. Wow, UPC. God damn. Just right out the gate, huh? That's how it is? Nice. Feeling it. Oh my god. You guys are great. Okay, Alien Emancipation Front, the Agricultural Workers Union. This seems like a good call. It is always right to rebel. Founded as a trade union of farmers and other agricultural workers. Okay, so that's certainly an option. Let's pop the Communist Front. That's also a good one. Jesus Christ, you have so many. The Democratic Revolutionary Front. Humans Against Mankind. Whoa. Let's see. The Movimiento Anarcosocialista per la Libertad. That's good too. The Democratic Revolutionary Front. Don't join subfactions. Divisions weakens the UPC. Okay, so let's take a look. So this seems like mostly like a Ukiah focused. Yeah, I don't want to go too like aggressively like directly into the communist stuff. I think this kind of like neo-Marxist kind of like workers one. Is there like a religious subfaction? Disbanding the imperial system, abolishing the noble class, voluntary. Oh, this is better. This might work. I want one that's like, yeah, kind of still a little bit like in on itself. Let's see. Friends of Ukiah are religious. Oh. Let's see. But are they like church religious, or do they make up their own weird radical legality? I know they're pacifists. Nope. Nope. We want one that wants to blow shit up with bombs. Yeah, we need like space Quakers. I don't know. Maybe I just create my own. Maybe we create a new one. Maybe it's time for a new one. All right, I'm creating a new UPC. I'm creating a new UPC subfaction for you to join. Somebody add it to your thing. Because what's another one? Okay, so we need a name for this UPC subfaction. And this is like a Berkman focused specific subfaction. They probably only exist on this planet. So this person's name is I want a Greek first name. Let's get a Greek first name. How are we doing for gender? We have a non-binary mayor. We have a man. We have two more. Let's throw another lady. Let's make this UPC a lady. Do it for Rosa. So her name is Zoe. No, I'm trying to avoid the Firefly shit. Denai, Stavrola, Natalia. Natalia's good. Kyriaki, Sibylla. Sybil. Ooh, Sibyl's a good one. Okay. So Sybil. She's a civil servant. And then any old last name. Sybil Albers. Sybil Albers is good. Okay. Sybil Albers. Okay. All right. Sybil Albers, leader of the Berkman. It's got to be like basically their core tenets are religious freedom first, The BLT, their religious freedom first. Secondarily, as a part of religious freedom, the freedom to worship on Berkman as its own planet. And then the rejection of imperial and corporate presence on the planet. Berkman for Berkmanians, right? Like the Berkman independent, the front for people for an independent Berkman, the PIB. I mean, the PIB's pretty good. They're the PIB. They're the people for an independent Berkman. An anarchist. They're not really anarchists though. So like a violent nationalist movement to free Berkman from political and corporate control. The Berkman Desecularization Movement, BDSM. Yeah. Okay, so Sybil Albers, she's our lady over here. Head of the PIB, the PIB. Okay, all right, and so she's trying to influence Talat Lao, who's like, I'm gonna call them a community leader rather than like how do I change the spacing on the text here? Spacing, here we go. Can I do that? Let's see. Oh yeah, line height at 100 and then text spacing. Okay. All right. Cool. All right. So Sybil Albers is trying to influence Talat Lao. Talat Lao is trying to be influenced. So I think both of these, we're going to draw just like political influence lines. Like that. Nope. Other way around. So they're both trying to influence this person. And then I guess these we can clear. These are straight lines. And then the mayor of New Antioch is being influenced by the Reverend and also paid off, bribed, whatever. These two are technically just like allies. And then these are allies and they don't like these ones. I don't think they interact directly. Like they go to parties together or whatever, but yeah, okay. Great. This is shaping up to be a nice situation. So, I guess we could like, yeah, I mean, I guess the PIB and Trilliant hate each other and the church, they hate each other too, but like she doesn't have a direct relationship. I'm thinking like, have these people ever met in person? If so, draw a line between them. So I guess maybe this. Right? Yeah. Okay, cool. So yeah, I mean, what everybody wants is Michaela wants everybody to be okay, right? Michaela, the Reverend Elder Sinclair, she wants the law to be upheld. She wants the rebels to go away. She hates Sybil Albers, hates her, right? Because Talat Lao, this like firebrand community leader, is being influenced. The current mayor is a puppet, but both of them want to manipulate the puppet into being their specific puppet, right? Like Trilliant and the church are friends, but Trilliant and the church have slightly different priorities for Berkman. So they don't run at cross purposes, but they run at parallel, right? The Herzog wants the law upheld, and the people of Berkman just want some peace. So, yeah, cool. So much like complicated shit going on already. So I think the yeah, and there'll be other like other NPCs that we'll keep adding as we go. But I think right now, what I want to do here is just like flesh out a little bit like the intro, like what, so like the situation as it stands. So like what are things like at the beginning? The PIB has been attacking trilliant facilities. It's been attacking trilliant facilities, but not churches. They haven't started burning down churches yet because they know that would alienate the people of Berkman, right? They've been attacking trilliant facilities, holding rallies, and infiltrating the populace of New Antioch. Their core supporter, a community organizer, and they're probably a priest. Talat Lao is a priest too, or like a what are they called in not a priest, a the word's on the tip of my tongue. It's like a Protestant priest. A preacher, not a preacher, like a pastor. That's the one. Thank you, Corin. A pastor. Pastor Lau. Okay, so let me adjust that. Pastor. El Pastor. Okay, Pastor Talat Lau. Firebrand Pastor. Okay. A community organizer and pastor Talat Lau has been preaching a new future for Berkman, one free of corporate or imperial meddling. Right? Decolonization of Berkman by the Empire, etc. Okay. Cool. The Reverend Sinclair has been trying to peacefully organize or peacefully bring Lau and the mayor, Brigham it was Afolayan, right? Afolayan, okay. Mayor Afolayan to the table for talks with little success due to the PIB's influence. Make sense? Makes sense. Okay, so she's been trying that and hasn't worked great for her. And then Section Chief Reed has been pushing House Crux to come deal with the UPC problem. But he doesn't call it a UPC problem. The PIB problem, which includes Lau, because it's slowing down his production. Reed, I also spelled chief wrong. Reed has also been pressuring Reverend Sinclair to forget about Lau and turn what did I decide for Talat Lau's a guy? Him in? I need my little gender markers for my NPCs. I'll grab those later. Linus Reed. Hey, cool. I almost forgot he was a cool cyborg. Ramirez Elise. Brigham Talat Lau. Sybil Alders. Okay. Okay. Yeah, right. Are any of these people synths? Maybe. I don't know. Maybe I'll just roll a die and we'll see. Okay. I mean, the PIB probably has ties to the PLF, the Planetary Liberation Force, right? Like, that's the thing about these interconnected, yeah, the Planetary Liberation Front. So they probably have some connection to them, like money flowing to them or whatever. But yeah, they're not definitely that thing. This is the thing, like with the UPC, some of these factions are like 10 people. Right? These subfactions, it's a tiny group. It's a single city and a single planet, like one cell. So it's, yeah, it's okay to go small. Okay, so Reed has been pressuring Sinclair to forget about Lau and turn him in. So some of them are like one person. Okay, and then have we covered what everybody wants here? Yeah, the Herzogen, like Crux just wants the law upheld. There's destruction of property and rebellion and general serf bullshit that needs handling. The PC's mandate. And I actually want to change. I think I'm going to change this. So find out if Elder, what's her name? Elder Sinclair has been co-opted by the UPC, because that's what Crux probably thinks. Like, hey, this priest is being pretty friendly with someone we know to be a known asset, right? Like, Talat Lau, the fact that the Reverend is having these meetings with Lau means that the Reverend is under suspicion. Yeah, might be a dissident. So, yeah, cool. Okay. So let's see. Find out if Elder Sinclair has been co-opted by the UPC, but also work with the High Church to deal with the dissidents in the serf population. Cool. PC's mandate. Uncover the ringleaders of the PIB and deal with them. Deal them a whole bunch of sweet imperial justice. They're all technically, and then also like they'll have to figure out what kind of justice, right? Like, what is the punishment? How are they dealt with? Etc. Right? That'll be up to the PCs to decide. They're allowed. Okay. And then their mandate is also maintain positive relations between the Trilliant Ring, House Crux, and the High Church. Don't go in there and start like just murdering everybody. Like, make sure that you do this diplomatically, but firmly, but diplomatically, firmly. Cool. Maintain positive relationships between the Trilliant Ring, House Crux, and the High Church. Yeah, for the love of God, don't be a PC. However, yeah, okay. Right, because uncover the ringleaders might also be like, is the priest in charge? So let's do the dogs in the vineyard thing. We're already kind of like using some of the premises. So, what if the PCs never showed up? Probably, I feel like, so what would happen if the PCs never showed up here, right? Because the core thing is, does the Reverend give up on Lau? Does the Reverend get co-opted by the PIB? Does Trilliant get rid of the Reverend if they find out? Like, there's a lot of possible things that could happen here. I think so. Here's a few things I can probably lay out. So like, the mayor doesn't push hard enough on the PIB's influence because of Elder what's her face, right? Because she's like, no, like give me time. Right? Doesn't push hard enough on the PIB's influence, allowing them to spread violence further. Then Trilliant responds with force. Actually, Trilliant responds by, I guess, replacing the mayor with a Trilliant puppet. Right? The reason it's important to know if the PCs never showed up what would happen is this is the way we can understand, like, if the PCs don't do enough or don't push hard enough, some of this stuff can occur. So Trilliant responds by replacing the mayor with a puppet, right? Someone who is a Trilliant-owned person, not a community-focused person. Maybe the priest, maybe the elder, maybe Sinclair turns. Maybe she is killed. Like, there's a pogrom against, right? Like, PIB operatives. Maybe Sinclair turns. She cares more about the people than about the law. Let's see. What else would potentially happen here? Obviously, Lau and Albers are both killed. Maybe Sinclair turns. Maybe not. Like, for her, it's up to whether or not she, like, her faith is shaken, right? Yeah. So I think ultimately the PIB are put down. Killed, executed publicly. That might happen anyway. In the end, New Antioch is a firmly corporate town with church influence at a high level. Yeah, there's a period of here, like pogrom, a period of bombings and assassinations, high church, and Trilliant assets. Yeah. So things get worse if the PCs don't deal with it now. And I think that Sinclair is our pin, right? Sinclair is our she's the pin in the chaos. Maybe she needs to go first. Maybe we need to get rid of her before everything goes. Yeah. Okay, so Sinclair is killed under mysterious circumstances. Crux assassins? Trilliant? Robo-murderers? The UPC, the PIB is blamed. Regardless. So she's killed, and then everyone's like, oh, this priest that you all loved so much, the PIB killed her. And then the PIB is like, fuck you, we didn't do it. And they start blowing stuff up. Things go really bad. Lau and Albers are both captured and executed publicly, and then yeah, the church and New Antioch becomes a Trilliant town, and the church's influence is cemented, but at a high level, right? This is like they don't replace Sinclair with someone who cares. They stay at a distance. I feel like this is probably enough. I want to, like, do we think this is grabby enough for all of the characters? Do we think that they're going to be able to dig in? Like, obviously it's going to take like longer for for this to like settle. But yeah, I want to just make sure they have enough to kind of jump in. Well, so I mean, Eric, this is the thing you might have missed the beginning. Part of my goal for this adventure is to tie the new characters in to the ongoing universe. So what I'm hoping is that they bring the Amira, to the table so that she can, I mean, Nomi is there as the secret police, right? Like that's 100% her role. Nomi is there as the secret police. And then Booker is there as the Crux, like operative. He's there for House Crux as the cop. And then you have your Church Inquisitor because there is some church stuff. And then you have yeah, and I want to make sure the Amira. So the Amira is there to like help talk it out, right? So like, let's look up what an Amira's job is. House Vela. Organization. Is it on this front page? Yeah, here we go. Amira. Those who lead. So titles represent the politicians of the Valen Forum, usually elected or born noble, usually both. More closely related to internal affairs and functions of the Raja. Amira work closely with the Rani on foreign policy. She's a diplomat. So, yeah. Yeah, totally. I like it. Okay. Yeah, all right. I want to check something. I just want like, so Vela, okay. Vela is part of, I got it. Okay. So secret side mission. Let me see under the what and why. Secret House Vela side mission. Let's make it kind of purpley blue. I just had an idea. Boop. More blue. Bloop. Okay, so Secret House Vela side mission. Spy on the Trilliant Ring operation on Berkman 3 and report back to House Vela for the benefit of the STO. So just like a tiny bit of industrial espionage. Just a little. Just a tiny bit. There you go. That'll tie her right in. Because now her job is also going to be like, get close to this Linus Reed and find out what's going on with the Trilliant situation on Berkman. Yeah. Find out and report back to your auntie about this. Because, you know, House Vela, they're part of a trade organization that doesn't include Trilliant, which is an enormous corporation. So yeah, just like a tiny bit of spying going on. I like it. Cool. Yeah. I like it. Good. Okay, I think that's enough. I think I'm ready. We got some skullduggery. This is like the divided loyalties thing. This really goes back to serving the whole trust, loyalty, and duty thing. We've got the imbalance of justice. We introduce like, where does the church fit into this? The players have some authority, but they're dealing with like corporate, like is a corporate like a person. It brings up some stuff that we saw earlier with Acre, but in a different light. So I think this should be really good. I'm really excited. So this won't take place the next episode. The next episode of Far Verona is going to be the conclusion of the 2-part haunted spaceship arc, and then following that, we will move on to this one, to Berkman 3 and corporate business on this planet. So Cool. I'm excited. Thank you for all your help, everybody. As always, massive props, the hugest props to everybody that has contributed lore and who especially has worked on the wiki. You are all like a pantheon of tiny gods. So thank you for that. I know that the Far Verona faction turn has been tense the last month or so. Thank you for playing. I hope that you will tune in next week to see the results of all your skullduggery, all of your plotting and planning. So the new faction turn will happen next week. Take a look at, is that right? Next week? That's next week. Yep. Take a look at the events page and you'll be able to see when it is. I think it's Wednesday, right before the episode of Far Verona. So we got that coming up. All right, cool. I'm going to go, but thank you for coming, everybody, and we will see you next time.